And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Joseph Freelance. I will be your host for the stream, and we are playing Star Rupture again. Last time we played this, we were slowly working our way into getting our newest factory up and running. We're running into a little bit of a supply issue, so I'm hoping that we can kind of work with that and see if we can make it a little better. So, I did do something a little earlier today, just quick and brief, so fast I didn't even want to get on the stream to do it. So I will show you guys that, but we will probably need to modify a couple things eventually. We'll have to see. So, oh, hang on a second. Load. I think I got the wrong one loaded. Yes, here we are. Let's load that one instead. So, as we started making our factory assembly in the center of this area, the center of this little, I don't know what you would even call this. It's not a valley.
Extreme temperature detected.
Yeah, temperature's very high. Yes. Yes. Go ahead and throw this in here. So as I was making the factory parts down there, the problem I was running into, I believe, was that we had to make a lot of tubing, and we just were not reaching the saturation of materials that we needed for a supply chain. So, when I'm able to safely walk out there, I will show you what I've done. I essentially, because I had everything that I needed to essentially make the tubes, I just had to factor in another couple machines up at the top where the titanium is currently sitting, up there. So, I essentially have added two new fabricators up there. And they are piping in the sheets and the rods to make the tubes. So now we are not going to be struggling to get the tubing up here as much as I was previously. We should now be able to make all the tubing that we can. So.
Planetary temperature within acceptable parameters.
So. Now, look at all this tubing that we've got here. So much tubing. So, now the tubing is coming down here, and it's able to go into these machines to make our applicators. The problem right now is that we don't do anything with these applicators quite yet. These machines can make the applicators, but they don't really go for very far. Further along, we have these to make our inductors. They also need tubing. That's why we were running out of tubing so quickly. It's because they both need, this one needs 8 pieces of tubing, and this one needed 2. So this was not nearly as hard, but it certainly used up a lot. Last time we also were figuring out how to kind of get our layout going so we could constantly have things running along the things and try and get around bottlenecks. I seem to have kind of come up with a system that seemingly works. Now, I don't know how accurate it's going to be. I don't know how effective it's going to be. But for the time being, it seems to be working. So what I think I was looking at the crafting list. We had the inductors. I think we were trying to make the electronics next because we had the synthetic silicon, we had the inductors in the stator. Yes, and I think that's the case because we need the electronics to continue onward. But I don't think we actually figured out, okay, where are we actually going to start with this? And of course, none of this system is actually hooked up with the circuit I have here. So it's not actually producing anything, for the factory itself. So I think what we were going to do, electronics next. Yes. Because we go back up here. I think electronics was what was keeping us from actually continuing on with some of the research. So the Mega Press, we have to feed electronics to make batteries. We have to make impellers, and that requires something else entirely. So yeah, I think that's what we were getting to at this point. Let's see. Yes, so the impellers require the heat-resistant sheet and the titanium rods. Now, we don't have to worry about the titanium rods getting here because we've kind of fixed that. I think we have to deal with Wolfram plates, but for the most part, those are kind of handled. So, yeah, just kind of working our way into getting some of these created and done, so then we can actually just continue onward. Let's see. So yeah, I think electronics was the next thing we were working on, so we can get that going, and then we actually want to get the impellers next, so we can get the turbines going. So, and the way that I believe I pictured this out last week when we did this is that on one side is going to be stuff, and then there's going to be kind of a split up at the top here that's going to separate out stuff from here. So it's going to split, go down this way or something. I've not fully set that out. I'm not sure how it's going to fully work, but I think that's kind of the idea. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're going to go with it for the time being. I believe so. Electronics. It says it has unavailable items. Now, it shouldn't be that case because we should be pulling stuff. And here it comes. We should be able to get heat-resistant sheets, as well as the stators. I think these are stators coming down the line right now. So this is the synthetic silicon, actually. Yep, it's both, actually. It's that stuff, but we still have the inductors. Now, the inductors are here. They're just not fully finished. So we can't continue on quite yet. But we have 2 of the 3 machines, and they're available to us. So we will eventually get this going. But I think we will eventually get this going when we get everything down through the main part of this valley and back in onto the circuit. So it's pulling what it needs to, and then it will start. And then those drones will start resupplying, so they can have their stocks up again when we actually get started. Okay, so that's making our batteries, and then I think we need to make the impellers next. So the impellers need to be the next thing in line. Impellers require what? Titanium rod, heat-resistant sheet, wolfram plate, and stabilizer. So that is taking some of that to get that there. Because the inductors can then be fed into this machine at some point. So, so yes, I believe that's how it's working. I'm going to take a quick look at the machines, how I've laid out the rails here, to see if I can remember how I set up the pattern. Because once I do, we should be able to get things running the way we need them to. So I think we're doing okay for food for the time being. So let's see if I can remember how this works. Build. And we're going to be building the triples and the rails and stuff like that. Okay, so looking at this, when we have them come back out, so we have kind of this repeating system going, and hopefully we can make it work like I'm hoping it will. So it looks like we do triples. Of course, we're going down to the slope, so we might have to do a little bit of work later on to get these things to be the right height. So, so from what I see, I think what we do is that the next one is going to be, yeah, it's going to be a triple, and it's three down. So 1, 2, 3, 4 has to go up one more layer. So I think what we need to do is 2, 3, and attach R. Attach there. Be the right height. That's not quite correct. Because what we have here, yeah, so let me get a triple. Let me get a single to triple. And we need to do 2 of them. So the next one came in like this. The next one is flipped, is put in the same orientation to feed that way line in. Okay. And then it goes to the next machine. If it's the impeller, I believe the impeller is done via the Mega Press. Yes. Which I think is even longer. Yes, it is one longer than the is one longer than the furnaces. So we actually have to play the line a little bit. It's also a set bigger. So do that. Okay, is it the right height? There we go. Okay, so now we have new mega presses, and this gets us out of this line. Once we get out of this area, we're then into a smaller area where we can do a little different. So, let's go ahead and grab our. And the second one is actually a note higher than the previous. So, actually level with these. Oh, I've set those incorrectly. My mistake. That one needs to go up higher too. Same height. And then one higher. Because it's not stable. Well. So annoying. Yeah, it's not going to go around. I'm fully aware it's not going to go around. So we have to do a shallow stair. Then we make a. Can we make that catch up, or is it still? It's not going to like it. Okay. We can do this though. We get a single, get a shallow. And it's still not stable. It still doesn't like it. That is so odd. Well, we're going to have to put down a support pillar anyway. Let's go ahead and do that. It's colliding with another. Oh, well, that's annoying. Really? Well, that's annoying. It's very annoying. Okay, so it has to be that height. There. Okay, now we get rid of these. Okay, I believe that's correct. To make that one higher, we need the pillar to be what? One step? Nope, it needs to be 2 step. Okay. It... Huh? Hang on. That's a little odd. Why are you not... Huh. That's very odd. It won't let me get rid of that one. That is very odd. We might have to goof this one up a little bit. Yeah, that is so annoying that I can't remove that one. Yeah, this one's gonna have to be fudged a little bit. All right. Okay. If we can fudge it to make it work, then we will. Okay, good. It looks like that is working. It's gotta face that direction. Okay, I can't do another pillar in that spot. That's not good. Anyway. Let's see. We can then take our triple rail. And we feed one into the machine here. The one down the line to feed into the machine here. We have these two that can feed this direction. Like this. Da-ding. Okay. Now, when we have things come off of here, we try and twist them in such a way that they're able to come off kind of the same spot. Okay, this one actually has to be moved. This one is actually one too far forward. So let's try this one. Ahí she goes. Is that the right height? Hello, Zach. Hope you had a good weekend.
Tasty.
I'm just trying to figure out my my pattern here that I was kind of working on. Try and get this system flowing the way I want it to. Okay, so there to there to there. That's our triple now. Yeah, that's really annoying. That is very annoying. Okay. That is the bottom there. That's the height it needs to be, I think. Close this one off. Go again. There we go. That's the right height. Okay. Why aren't you rotating? How very odd. I'm hoping that my game didn't get glitched or something. You were just working, you silly thing. Let's see if we can get this to let's see if we can figure this out. Here, tell you what. let's go ahead and load up. What was the last one I did? Would have been this one, right? So load this back up again. Let's try again. Yes. I'm back to this stinking thing not working. This one's one too close. Okay. Okay. And this one, we had to do a little bit of a finagle because we couldn't get it to work where it needs to be originally. Can work there, though. So. That. 'Cause I can't remove that one for some stupid reason. If it does come to a case of, like, the game is just kind of broken, I will have to do a thing of canceling the streams and kind of start from scratch again with a new file, maybe. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I hope we can actually get through the game without having that issue, but I think I have seen people having issues with the game over a number of updates where they've kind of had to restart. If that's the case, then we will probably take a break from the game, and I can kind of work on it myself off stream, and we'll have something else in the stream brackets until we get back to it, or until a much further update comes along, and we'll get back into the game itself. So we're just gonna have to see. Let's see. We want to get that guy attached there. This one here.
Dehydrated. Tasty.
Okay. Okay, and then we go to 2 and we're into the section for the next step of the machine. So it's gonna be there. It's gonna be up a height. Hopefully we can get these pillars to play nice. Is that the right height? Nope, it's off by 1. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay, so what were we up to? I have to remember how these connected again. So we had the first one split off. 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 2. We had the first one go off. This one came back in, was 3. Was that. Then we're switching off the first one again. So this one went to 2. This one comes up to 3. So this one would go to 2. And then this one would go to 1. Correct? Or does it go straight at some point? Hold on. Trying to get this pattern right is a little insane, honestly. It's not stable. Okay, so we need another pillar under that. Wait. We do a shallow stair. Attach that there. It should be able to. it's still not stable. Building's not connected with whatever. Okay. We should be able to get it to the right height. Those are not acting like they're even there. That's really odd. Well, that makes it frustrating. Because now we have another spot I can't do a proper pillar height at. It's colliding with another building. Oh boy. Okay. Let's back up enough that we're not having that issue.
Warning. Extreme temperature detected.
Yep, there we are. Okay, so that was before we put down the mega presses, before we started doing more of the pattern. So we should be okay now. Let me go ahead and do a save here. Waiting till things cool down enough that I can go outside again. Come on. Come on. There we go.
Planetary temperature within acceptable parameters.
There we go. Okay. Ourselves down here. Okay, so I needed to fix this one. This one was not the right height. And we need to do support pillars, I believe. Kind of start getting this going. Okay, so we have the one here. Over that. Can't do that. Okay. Lower it down, but don't go all the way down. Go there instead. We can at least get rid of it. I don't think that's gonna work. Let's see. If I do. That, then there, and then the new one. That should work. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Okay. And it removes everything. Shoot. Okay. This is gonna be a nuisance. This is gonna be annoying as heck. If I can't get the pillars to play nice with me. Because it is literally one too short. Well, we probably just have to keep that stuff there for the time being. it's good there. Okay, attached up by 1. I think that'll be okay. Okay, need to get our the mega presses put down. So move around there. Needs to go there. That. This one over. Like that. Okay. Back to our tier 3 rails. Attach. 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 Okay. Another one of these. And it is one too low. That's right. If I take the port, how did I get this one up to be the right height anyway? I think I did stairs or something. Or I was able to get the pillar the right height. I think that's what it was. Okay, so the pillar needs to be that height. Therefore, the base one needs to be up 2, I think. I think that gets us high enough. And there we go. Good. But it need to be one back. Which I think caused our first problem, was that I couldn't get the pillar couldn't be the right height. Okay, now if we did a pillar support on this, we make that work. We should be able to, so it's supported. Like that. Okay, good. Now, if I remove that, it'll get rid of that. So if we're able to take the support pillar now, stick it underneath. Now we're good. Then remove this and these. Okay, good. We're now to the right spot. And I think we need to watch each rail going down so then we can kind of remember the order. I'm hoping this works out like I'm hoping it will. Because I believe I said this last time when we did this, is that what causes the bottlenecks is that you have multiple machines getting run at once, but there's no way to continually get the materials running into each one and smoothly kind of rejoining the section. So I've been redoing this so then the first one peels off, the first two keep going, the second one peels off, this one keeps going, and the first one rejoins it on the opposite side. So we're pacing them off each time in a repeating pattern. So when we have things coming back on, they'll smoothly join the line and they will be on their own line, essentially. Parts of the line will be sharing as we go down, but when we finally finish off, there should be no bottlenecks, essentially. Because each part of the line is only being used by certain parts going to certain machines and shouldn't be, and then when they reattach, they'll be over there. So yeah, I'm hoping it works out like I'm imagining. Every time I've said that, it has not. So we're going to have to see. But I think I thought it out enough with a little bit of a prototype with the first few here that it should be good. So, okay. So when we go back to third rail, I think these go, yeah, so these should go straight at this point, right? Because we have a connect, it goes straight. Yeah, it goes straight to reconnect across the length of the machine. So these two would go. And then in the next one, this one peels off. This one goes here, like so. And this one joins in, and this one shifts over to let this one in. Right? I think that's correct. I've been shifting them over so then the one on the right is always the one that takes over. So in this next area, it really should be, yeah, I think it's over one. Yeah, because when it peels off, they shift over one. So we're having one peel off here. Shifts over to let the new one in. So this one should be shifting over like this. Do that. Right.
Ruptura status stable. Arcadia status.
As this one peels off, to fund that. This one turns like this, and I think that's where we were. We kind of got screwed over with this one because it didn't want to play nice. I think we can make that work there. That's fine. It just has to be low enough that it gets under this one, so the rails can continue onward to the next one. Okay, so if we're doing that one there, let's we should be able to do a bigger stair and a single platform. There. That's our height. That's what we're shooting for. So we now put the pillar underneath here. That, we can then take our free rail and have it replace that one. And then this can come back off. Okay. I think that's right. Now, before we continue on, I actually want to go through this mentally, thinking about how this goes through. So we have stuff that comes through here, comes into the first lane, and it goes to these machines. The finished product, which is the applicators, they come off of here, they join into this line. They go over and over. Ah! There's a problem. We don't have a way to get the finished products off this line quite like I was thinking. I'm glad I thought that through. Because they're following a line. These lines don't have any way of letting things come off of them. So we have to figure out how we're going to do that. Oh, but that's actually really easy, though. Because we just change this out to a splitter and have a new line that goes down the very center, just comes off the side here, and that goes all the way down. So every time the machine comes off, they don't come off a single rail, they come to a connector that allows it to split off. And could potentially go to another machine. The problem is that if I do that, does that make it so that I can keep having things come down the line and entering the machines as such? I don't think so. I don't think that's how that's going to work. I think this kind of this kind of setup only really works up to a handful of times, because then we're running new stuff into the similar. We're running new materials. Hold on, there is a cap to this. There is a cap of how long I can take it. Yeah, so I think I have to actually remove these and put in a transition to take those products out of the line so they actually can leave. So there, there, connecting here, like so. That actually makes it slightly cleaner. So, like this, like this. That goes into line 2 like that. Okay. Should go to the first line. Right. Yes, okay. And then we have this one next here. This. So it should kind of do that.
Dehydrated.
Again? My gosh, dude. Oh, because we started again. Didn't actually change. Okay. I think that works properly. Now, if the part can be used again down the process, it can join a line, and it should still be good. But we have a way to now remove the products completely if they're done, like the applicator. The applicator can just get off the line, and it connects up, and it's good. Okay, and this is the one we're getting the impellers for. And this one we're getting the batteries for. Right. So now when the batteries come off, yeah, when the inductors come off, they should be good for the most part. We're going to finish up the line here, and then we'll turn on those machines and see how smoothly this runs. My guessing it's going to be a little jerky. Now we also have to attach these into the circuit, which could be a little crazy. Yeah. So if we tell these to make the impellers. Let's say there's unavailable items. Yes. Electronics. Yep, here comes the stator and the synthetic silicon. Okay. That going. Now we're not having titanium rods show up here, which I find slightly odd. We should have fixed our problem. Because we should have a way of sending rods just straight down here into the machines. So why is it not doing it? Okay, so we have rods along here. They can go along through that. Through there, up, and then down. Along to the tubing. Should be able to come right along here. Join up and go around the circuit. Why is that not being a thing? And this is our Wolfram stuff, so we should be able to get plates over here. Wait a second, though. Hang on. Because those don't actually go into because they don't go into a storage thing, can they actually work their way onto the right? I mean, they should, because this turns into a singular thing here. They should be able to come along here, come down the line, and join in, unless something here is faulty to where it can't actually make the trip. That must be the case. There must be a limit here. Oh, let me on top of the stinking cables. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we got these three here. This goes here. That spins off. That's why. Yep, we need to have yet another line, essentially. They can't go past this. That's why. Yeah, there is a cap. Looks nice and neat, but it's not going to fulfill that ability quite so easily. So the question is, how do I hook this up to make this work? Can I do something with one of these? I don't think I can. Now, we actually aren't stuck to this loop here. We can actually stick another thing in. So, why don't we do that? If we do one of these, but we do a three-way split. So we need to have one there, and then we need to have one kind of here. So we can feed into the three different lines, essentially. That line, and then potentially another line here. Like this. So now, everything that comes down this way does this. This one comes down. And this feeds down the line. And probably needs to hook up somewhere further down. And let things back on, but also let things continue onward. Okay, so these machines will handle that. Okay, so the longest the line goes is this one here. So this line comes here. That's one machine. One set, two set, three set. Okay. So, we need to have another line here. That's actually going to grab these lines in the center to bring the lower ones down. Yeah. So, we'll keep these as low as we can, essentially. We'll have it turn into a triple here. How about that? We'll have it stay down. This will be kind of like a lower direction we can take these. here. And it connects there. This one will connect here. We'll go down again. And we now have 3 rails here. Not that one. This one goes there. Like that. Okay. So now we're getting the 3 items off of these machines. We then need to connect into the 4th row here to let these machines continue onward. In many ways, at some point, we just stop doing a triple line and we make a brand new... and we do a whole new setup, bringing in a new line. I think that's what we do. Give me 1 second. I got a couple emails here. Let me go see. What have we got? Get rid of that one. Okay. Okay, so now that we have a new line here, this goes all the way. This goes down as far as we can take it, essentially. I think. Oh, and you know what? We can also change this so then these aren't here yet. These are further down. Let's do that instead, because they can go underneath everything, and then they can go out. Okay, so we need to take this and find out how far we can take the singular line until it says we can't go any further. Okay, we can actually go that far. Good. And I mean, in theory, we could actually attach these up and keep using these ones to go further down, but that doesn't help a whole lot, I think. That's just adding more confusion there, so I'd have to follow the line a little bit further along, so probably not as wise. Yeah, so this is actually slightly pointless. Putting these here. I thought I had myself a breakthrough, but then it didn't, doesn't look like it's panning out, so. It's a little bit of a bummer. Okay. Now, after the impeller, what are we going to make? Actually, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We still need to get the impeller's materials there. Let me move down a little bit, so then I'm a little bit more centered. Okay. Okay, so we can actually not use this one, I think. This would probably be fancy if I was able to get something that used the applicator further down the line. I don't think that's actually happening here. At least not how I've set it up, so. What we can actually do, let's go ahead and yank these inductors out.
I can use that.
We don't have enough power for all this stuff, unfortunately. How much are we off power-wise? Oh, there's no grid power attached to these. Oh. How's there no grid power attached to these? That makes no sense. Should be. Here, let's go ahead and throw a power source here to just grab these buildings locally. There we go. These are now making electronics. We'll grab the 200 electronics that we can get from this. That will unlock the turbine. We can continue on from there. I don't think I needed to add that other... the other one here. Let's go ahead and remove that. Remove that extra burner power. I think what we're actually doing, let's go ahead and remove these. Sorry, fellas. If we can put this here for the time being, so it's actually in the next area. That'll excuse our power usage a little bit. Okay, these are now running. We've got our that going. New inductors. Good, 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 good. Okay. Okay, so I do that. We then hook into the system here, and then it starts peeling off. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, you know what? I don't know why we're adding a bunch of extra here. Let's just run it down all the way down to the end before we hook it. Save us some time. Okay, and off it goes. Okay. Now, question. Did I make it in some way so we could actually get the plates out here? We should be able to get some of the stuff out here. We should be getting stabilizers at least. So why aren't we? Our stators. The rotors. Stabilizers? Here they go. No, that's ceramics. Oh, I think I think our stuff is up at the titanium actually. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay. I don't think we have a way to get the... We've got Wolfram wire here. We've got plates. The Wolfram plate should work. So why aren't they going? Second line. Goes first line here. Goes around the connector point here. Yeah, at least the plates should be coming along. Why aren't they? There's a clear... Oh, no, there isn't. I forgot something. There's something here. These are hard, yes. But honestly, it's kind of a brain... It's a bit of a brain stimulus that I kind of enjoy, because I have to figure it out. It's a mind puzzle. It's a little different in this one because I'm having to physically run to each location, as opposed to something like Mindustry where I kind of have to try and figure out, okay, well, how is this setting up where we all are, all that jazz. Okay, doing that. That should wake everything up. Oh, there we go. There we go. I see them. Here they come. It's a little different because this is the biggest layout in terms of factory that I've made. So it's actually, I mean, it's really hard to see anything coming down from even just the titanium because it's just a blur. But here they come. And it's going into each of the machines. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for things to kind of split off evenly, smoothly, and start going off to where they need to go. Yes! Yes, that's nice and smooth. So it's a little bit of a run trying to get the materials out here, but when they finally do get out here, they split off into their own little lines and they run to each of the machines, which actually looks really cool. And now we're getting the ceramics and stuff like that. We should get the titanium rods at some point. We're not getting the titanium rods. Well, we're going to have to figure that out because that's another big issue. Oh, I think they are coming. I think they're just stuck in the scrum of that line. Oh, yeah, there they are. Now they're showing up. They're the furthest. They're the one that has to come the furthest, though. So that kind of makes sense. Now, I did not grab the electronics. I only grabbed the inductors to make the electronics. We still have to take 200 electronics and stick them in to get the turbine, I believe. So when we get there, we can get that. We can have that get going. Okay, good. This is running around like I was expecting it to. Good, 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 good. Okay, we now have these machines. We need to start getting the outlet from these going. And I think, can't tell. Oh, that works. Yeah, we can get that to sit like that. So something like that. These connect like this. We now have this line that comes in. Well, we got the same problem again of having things connected up but not able to connect up in the way that we want them to. That works.
Dehydrated. tasty.
Okay. Wanted to go up another one. Can't quite do that. Should be able to make it. Up another one. That. We then apply from there. Platform there. We then put our pillar there. Support. And then we can replace that with this. So it's up by one. There we go. Okay. Now, the next machine would be taking from the impellers, and we actually want to feed right into the turbine, I think. So this is going to be a little bit different. Number one, we're going to need to move these. And attach the new ones just a little further away. Except I think those are still running now. Okay, that works. Okay. Because the next thing we do, if we're making the turbines, turbines are also in the next machine. Actually, what's the recipe for the turbines again? I'm trying to remember. Let's look this up. For turbine, which I haven't even unlocked yet. Yes, but it needs the sulfuric acid, it needs the rotor, the stator, and the impeller. Okay. So they can't be the next machines we do. So. Okay, so up into the air. Oh, lovely. They're gonna be up a couple too. They're gonna be up a little too high. That's annoying. Well, we do the same thing that we did previously. And then I think we need to do, not sure how much we're gonna have to build around this thing before it's actually stable. Not much. It's actually good now. Catch like that. Like.
Raptura activity detected.
Oh, come on.
And finding a safe place.
Don't be a goober. So close. Come on, let me put this down. There we go. What the heck? It just broke. Huh. I think that might have been a little too much for that. Okay. We'll come back to that after the wave. Oh, are we done with the electronics? Yeah, come here.
I think I can use this.
Eat these, thank you very much. Go. Mega press. And there we go. Well, we've unlocked the battery. We now need the impellers to get the turbine. So, we'll get those in a minute. Oh, and I think it gave me back all my building materials, which is good.
Ruptur's eruption has started. Prepare for impact. Star rupture has started. Hide. Warning. The planet is being incinerated.
Okay. We're getting there. We're making progress.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
That's just what I need.
So I played through the Onimusha demo a couple times, and honestly, it's amazing. I can't wait for the game to come out. I haven't played the Onimusha series yet, though, so I don't want to play the first ones. We're playing the new one. Legitimately, it's cool. It makes me want to play Neo again, so I ended up moving Neo back over onto my onto my drive, so then I can eventually play it. All right, so let's grab a couple of these impellers. There's our turbine. Fabulous. Now, for some of the next stuff, we have to make the super magnets. We have to start taking the valves and the turbines and stuff like that and actually feeding them together. Okay, so. Actually say, give me the turbine, right? Turbine. Go. Turbine, impeller, hardening agent, all that jazz. All right. Okay. We were working on getting these two mega presses set up, and we needed to have it set up in such a way that we could actually send materials into the next set to actually take the impellers and put them in there. So, I think what we wanted to do is we wanted to do kind of an outer ring, kind of like what I did on some of the previous storage units. So then we can just build them right into the deck itself. They are a 4x5. So we're gonna do that. We build in our Mega Press. Is that one too high? It is too high. Oh, phooey. That means that this is all pointless. It's all too high. All right. But this is not. We can actually have this one be at level, which is good. But it can't be that level because... No, it can't be. Never mind. Okay. Let's not worry about making it look pretty yet. Let's not worry at the moment. So, now we have to take these. That's going to be one before that, so it's going to go there. And it needs some help. Okay. Let's see. I need to do stairs. Normal platform. And support pillar underneath. Stable. And then in. Okay. Okay. That one goes there. This one goes to the next one. This one's gonna go like this. But we're also going to be moving. Let's see. Yes. Here and here. As well as here. We'll raise them up one, just to make it a little easier. Go right in here, or go into the next machine. Oh, I've got that one backwards. I didn't put all those pillars underneath, otherwise it would have been a real nuisance. I guess this one isn't actually even necessary because we don't have to do anything with it. There and there. Okay, we're connected. We're good. And these ones are going to be our turbines. Turbine. And it's yanking the impellers right into the machines. Good. Though, I'm thinking So we do a little change here. Make sure that one machine is not pulling more power than the other one needs to. Wait, why can't I delete that one? There we go. Give me that. I add in a triple with that little trick that I learned. Actually, no, we can't do that little trick. Never mind. I don't think so. We would need more room, I think. I think we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and go back. Okay. Now, actually runs us into a little bit of a problem because we still have to get stuff over there. So yeah, I think these actually have to be lower. We need to be able to get stuff over the rails to where we need to go.
The Raptura is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
I think I'll be fine. Do that. So we need to connect one here. Like so. This one's gonna loop all the way over to here. Like that. There. They're going to be kind of on top of each other, but can't really help that. Here comes our sulfuric acid. Here she comes. Okay, we're actually going to set that one out differently. It's not connected with the grid. Okay, now the next thing we should do is probably we either need to do the battery or the hardening agent, because essentially we've done all of the tier 5 stuff. So if we can make tier 6 stuff from here. Yeah, so we do the battery, that's the sulfuric acid, that's the electronics, and the inductor. Okay.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
Okay. Now we're getting our turbines built. Still got a little ways to go. That's 2 down further than it needs to be. Yikes. Okay. Okay, and that is still struggling in terms of support. Okay. Now that we've got that set up, we need to then do a... Let's get some pillar supports. So, let's see. Okay, good. Want to get back here, you. Okay, and then I need to fit these ones around to push the floor. Stop that. Okay. So, we should have enough structure there that we should be able to suspend another one. There we go. Go ahead and put our pillars in now. All right, you have a good night, Zach. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll see what kind of progress we can make. I think we're doing good in terms of getting all of the pillars to the floor. All the pillars to hit the ground. Yes, all right. Now, these ones, we attach these to the batteries. This is our next line of things to use. Electronics, inducers, and aha. Okay. Okay, so, now, I think what I can do here is that we have the inductors coming out of here, we have the electronics coming out of here, and then the sulfuric acid. So I think we can actually run these back into the system along the lines further along. I think we can do that. So let's see. Because we now have a spare rail here. So if we can connect these two lines and have them run up into here. They then run into the next line, and we have our stuff going. And I don't know how much further we'll go. That might be all that we can do. I don't know. Maybe we can get in one more thing, and then we need to head it into the circuit, because the rest of it's going to be what we need, and it's not nearly as pleasant in incline and stuff like that. So let's see. Is that high enough? I think so. Yes. Gonna collide with something there, though. I actually need to move. Let's move so I can actually get this done. Okay, so that can come out and it attaches right there. Those two things can line up like that. Like that. That's making our impellers, I believe. Okay. I don't know if we're going to do anything more along this line. Well, we are. I shouldn't say that. We're going to send stuff more stuff along this way. So, but we'll figure that out in a moment. These look like little subways just kind of driving along here. All different shapes and sizes. Okay. So, we now can take the electronics and the inductors, and we probably should really change this so we can get the inductors into this machine as well. So let's do that. Let's change this then. Break this and this. Like this. And we need to this. Fill this one. Put just a normal one in. That goes over here. Like so. So, now these are making in more inductors. Some of the inductors are going in here. Make the electronics. The electronics are then moving out, and they'll go further down the line, along with inductors, and they will go into this system, into the one down here. So, let's see. Let's wait until we get this connected up the rest of the way, and then we'll have that connected. And then we'll have all these things all exit out, and they'll continue on. We're getting there. We're making some progress, and it's actually some organized progress. Not doing any of this temporary setup where it's all kind of a mess. It actually is progress. I'm happy about that. Now, is there any way I could send a... Yeah, I think I can. I'm going to go ahead and grab it like this. Just send that down as far as I can take it. So these are all connected up, so I can kind of walk along these without too much problem. Da-da-da-da, like that. Okay, good. Now I want to take a look. Where do we overlap? Okay, so we are going to need to have things scoot over a little bit more, or we need to add some boosting to that one. This one's just kind of taking so much. We'll figure something out. Okay, so we need to take these two rails, and they need to continue down to here. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and turn these off. But you know what? Why do that? Let's go ahead and have them on. So we've got our turbines here. Fabulous. We've got our lines here. So we need to add the I'm gonna raise this one up, I think. Doing the old shallow stair trick. And have them there. So we should be able to attach the there. Shouldn't cause any problems. Yes. There we go.
Dehydrated.
One Nutrigel and I'm good. All right. Now, and then we need to remove this one. Stick that one in there. Okay. Then take these two. Oh, we need to have another line. Forgot about that. Stairs. Here. Platform. Or and then a like so. And then remove that. Oh, we actually have a little bit of a problem with this one. Because we're bringing in 2 rails. So we actually need to have this one be a triple as well. And it doesn't like that. So we need to put a platform there, a new pillar support. There we go. Okay. Okay, and then I probably will do I'll have a triple there. Actually, do you want? Where's another supported pillar one? Do I have another supported pillar here? Or am I exactly in the center? Kind of in the center. Bum, 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 bum. Huh, that's all connected right there. Oh well. We need to put another platform in there. That pillar, the ground. Looks like it's connected with the ground. Okay. And back up in. Is that the one that I just put in? I think so. Yes. That is one directly in between them. I missed that one. I think it'll be fine. Okay. So, we have this one coming in to here. We have this one coming into here. That won't work. That will not work. Because they have different things on each of them. Yeah, we're going to have these come in together and then split back out again. That's the only way we can get this to work. And if we do that, then we don't have to do this. go. Meow. And unfortunately, it's just going to be a little bit of a mess there. Unless we make this one the higher priority, so it actually will gank stuff there. Okay, we got our batteries going. Okay, we need to add another thing to get the stuff, outputted, and we'll have it run the rest of the way. For now. Okay. So we don't need to have this yet. Set it out here, probably. The same height as that stuff, or is it? Yeah, that works. Okay. We're then gonna make a triple multi-rail. Grab everything here. Be the same height. I think we move it like that. Yeah, I think that works. Connect there, that connect there. We then move this down to our next location. Which will be here. That work? I think so. Yeah. That will go there. That will go like that. This will connect up. Like that. We then need to have it all come together. We're gonna do 2 rails here, I think. And let's run back. Let's run out there just closer. And then we need to do another one here that's going to grab the next set and the new one, along with the new stuff. So I'm trying to make it so that it doesn't become a scrum of 3 into 1. I'm going to do 2 to 2, essentially. This one goes here. This then goes into there, and here. And now we can have these two connect up. Cannot build. Yep. We'll actually have two lines there, so let's actually not do that. Let's not make that a 3-to-1. Let's do a normal multi-rail. And how far can we take that line from here? Actually, it's running into. So let's have those the same height, and then run it out to where? Runs to about there-ish. Pardon me. We'll have it run out to here. How about that? Let's make a multi-rail. Set it beside it. Sorry, the next one. We'll have them both run out to there. Okay. Goes out. That'll go to that one. That one will go to this one. Like so. Good, good. Okay, now. And then I think what we can do is we can actually have it attach here where this storage unit is. And this can go through and do its thing. Let's go ahead and let's take all of that. Let's get rid of this storage unit. We'll have a stands here like this. I'll have this connect here like that. Have that connect like that. This, then connect on like this. Ta-da! And it goes right back along to where it needs to go. Ah! That needs to be up just a little higher, I think. That doesn't quite work out the way it is. Is that the highest that can go, I think? I think it is. Okay. Alrighty, now we have things just kind of filling in and filling up the storage units. And then going back out to do whatever they need to do. Ah! That's not helping. Oh gosh. All right. We have all the sulfuric acid, and I need to do something with it. I can't spend anything on it. That's annoying. And there's nothing I could do with this stuff here. But, we could start sending things out, I think. Got electronics we can send. And the battery. Let's start doing that. Let's start sending those out. If we need to, we can rework this line here, this part of the route here, to actually go do something more. But for the time being, we're not going to worry about it. Electronics. 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 Okay, good. They're starting up. They're spinning into place. Oh, but they don't launch them. I think they just transmute them. I didn't see the units. Oh, nope. They launch them. Never mind. Getting things sent back to space again. I'm going to go ahead and set these down to lower, because they actually are not the most important thing right now. If there's another machine that needs them better, they go that way. So if a machine needs them, they'll go to the machine first. All right. So now we're getting attacked.
Area clear.
I'm detecting increased Ruptura activity. Prepare for a wave.
Disinfect these. We will need to set up defensive gun over here, I guess. See if I can get over to the ammo storage.
Great.
Give me all of that. So I can have a defensive turnover. Okay. Good. As far as I can tell, we have enough power for everything that we need. Yes. We are good and golden and everything. So wonderful. While this goes on, I'm going to go use the bathroom, so I will be right back.
Ruptura's core is unstable. Head to safety immediately. Extreme temperature detected. planetary temperature within acceptable parameters.
Okay, and I am back. I probably... We'll see how that turret does. If it's not, if it doesn't block enough, we'll get another one over here that will,
Dehydrated.
that will, attach down lower. That can kind of shoot things down there. I'm not expecting it to be a problem necessarily, though. There we go. Okay. We have started getting some work done with this. Okay, good. We still have enough power. We have exactly enough power to run all these machines. Love to see it. Okay, we've got our battery set up. Oh, we don't have the batteries coming out of here. We need to fix that. Because, that needs to actually go this direction. Forgot that I hadn't done that. Okay, so it has the batteries here. Go ahead and grab some Oxalop while we're out here.
Acquired.
Okay, and then we have our... This is hardening agent. Do we not have a slot for batteries? Oh, no. Oh, shoot. That's not good. So maybe we need to change this one to be batteries instead. the sulfuric acid's gonna panic. 'Cause it, Well, that kind of screws me over a little bit. Give me a second here. I need to look at this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I only have 11 of these set up. Give me a moment here. This seems a little off. Yeah. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes.
Dehydrated.
Yes, I miscounted again. Now, we could change things so then the sulfuric acid is over with the other stuff, which would make it a little easier. So we'd still have a storage unit of sulfuric acid. It simply would just be in a different spot. Yep, we're out of power again, so I've added another storage unit, so let's run over and add ourselves a thing of power. At the end, get that all working again. Okay. So now we got this running again, which is good. I realized I built these here, and I don't think they actually do anything. Yeah, they don't have anything attached to them. Huh.
Ruptura status, stable. Arcadia status, stable.
Well, we'll figure out something for those eventually, I'm sure. Oh, I made that storage, and then I didn't put all the sulfuric acid that I have into it. That'll help. We don't waste it. It's put back into the system and it works. Okay. Good. Now I'm not seeing electronics come over here, so I'm wondering if we're full or it's done. Nope, I think we're just trying to get stuff back over here. Yeah, we're just completely out of electronics at the moment, actually. Whew. Okay, now. And I run into that. Shoot. Okay. Well, we can fix that, I think. Need to make this higher. Okay, that's good to know. Got that there. Now that we've done that, we need to make hardening agent, and the super magnet. I think that's all we need to make left for this area. So we could actually have that down on a different path. I think that's everything, right? Let's go back and check. Okay, so applicator, electronics. We've got the inductors. We have turbines. We have valves. We have the hardening agent. Hardening agent. I have not made that. And that's not too bad. We have hardening agent, we have the impellers, We have the nozzles. We have the pressurized helium. We have the sulfuric acid. We have the batteries. And we have the super magnets. So, we have the hardening agent and the hardening agent and the super magnet. Yes. Okay. So we do only just have 2 things. That's okay. That works out just fine. Okay, so we're going to come over, and we're actually going to build this on a different area. Over here. Okay, what do we need? So, the hardening agent, sulfuric acid, synthetic silicon, and the applicator, and the super magnet, sulfuric acid, wolfram plate, and chemicals. So, not nearly as intensive as everything else, which is good. Make it a little easier. Let's see. Where is our line? Okay, cool. I think what we'll do is we'll grab another line. It'll come all the way out here, and then we will drag ourselves to here, probably, and then we will have it connect up further inward on the line. So that's a furnace and a furnace. So actually, not that bad. We can't do a 2.0. We can't do a version 2 furnace, though, I think. I don't think that's going to work. Take a look-see. No, we can't. Well, no, it looks like we can. We can do the hardened agent here, which is good. We cannot do the... Yeah, we can't do the other one, though, which is annoying, but understandable. So... we'll do another couple of normal furnaces, probably. And that'll be fine. Okay. So.
I need to survive.
Grab that. Okay. We do have another branch we can do here, so let's go ahead and use that to what we need to do. Let's see. Do they share? So the sulfuric acid is shared, but we have other stuff. Okay. They're all going to go down the same line anyway, so not the biggest. Yeah. Actually, let's run down there first. Then we'll connect everything up. We're also going to take these and turn them to be lower priority if we can. So we're not yanking quite so much off that line. Well, eh. I'm thinking what we probably could do is we could actually reverse some of those lines so we have a line going this direction along here instead. So we don't have everything necessarily going along that line. We have some stuff going along here too, especially the titanium stuff. That's probably more crucial. I think we'll do that. Let's see. Now, we do need to get the... Let's lay this stuff out like how we're expecting. Let's see. Unavailable items, which I find slightly odd because it should have every item. How does it not have every item? Hmm. Before we do that, let's go ahead and turn this, turn these rails in over here. hold on a second there. Let's have a small shift here. Guess it doesn't matter a whole lot here, huh? They're all joining in right there. Okay, now. Do we have everything we need here? Good. Everything actually does go over here. Lovely. Might be struggling a little bit with the chemicals, but shouldn't be having too much of a trouble with it, actually. It looks like we are going to have some stuff go along there. So that'll feed up a little that'll free up some congestion. Which is good. We need to have these reconnect, though. I know. I'm thinking of changing this. Give me a moment. Because if I can make another rail and have it come back this direction, it makes a little bit more sense. Do-do-do. Actually, you know what? Let's change that. I want to make this a triple, which will make it even better. Longer. So, we fully utilize it like that. Really annoying.
Dehydrated.
Okay. That can go there. Stuck. Stuck. I want another building. What? What are you talking about? It is not. Building's too long. Here. Let's figure out how to get those. Okay. So, now we can have stuff kind of get sent along here. Like so. Off you go. Wonderful. And then we still haven't connected these. Off they go. Wonderful. What I think we'll actually do is I think we're going to extend this. We can get even further along. Let's see, right here. Next. Boom, boom, boom. Hmm. Okay, well, now that this is going... Oh, boy. I feel like I've made tremendous progress today. So, we still haven't gotten our electronics. Now, we've not had Stats Wars stuff come along here. We did have it running, though. It does work. I think the electronics are just being subsumed to something else. Let's make these more valuable. More priority. And then these are being more because they're not being attached to something quite nearly as not nearly as intensive a production line. So good to see that the lanes are getting used and they're kind of working as intended. So I can't fault what's going on, and it's wonderful to see. Ah, stop that! Come on, up we get. Good, 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 good. We've got stuff going. And these machines are still working, so... Tell you what, let's change this. Make this so then we're doing the super magnets instead.
Acquired.
But super magnets go in or are getting pulled right back out.
Ruptura activity detected. I recommend finding a safe place. That was dumb. Let's not put that. Oh, I'm just sitting here just kind of looking at it. Nope, let's get out of here. To get moving. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Ruptura's eruption has started.
In we go.
Prepare for impact.
Whew.
Star rupture has started. Hide. Warning. The planet is being incinerated.
Okay, so the next thing I need to do, it looks like... me a moment here. I've got everything done here. So yeah, we're actually done with this factory, essentially. We're just going to be putting things into the next area, into the recipes and stuff into the thing. So yeah, we probably need to start looking into our level 7 resources and see what we're doing there. But we will figure that out tomorrow. Because we are kind of out of time. So, yes.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
See, I need to have anything that I need to take care of. Oh, let's see. I need to eat that. I think for the most part, we're good there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish up tonight, so let's go ahead and save. Save the game there. And we'll be done for tonight. So, quit to the main menu. Now, so tomorrow, I think what we're going to do is we're going to look for a new place to start making a base, and we will probably start. Well, yeah, we're going to start looking for a base, but I'm also going to take a little time to look at the resources and stuff like that, because I think what we need to do is we need to kind of start from scratch with the now upgraded, buildings and stuff like that. From here on out, we're going to be doing singular tier things. We're not going to be putting things together into areas. We're going to keep them separate. Now, the reason why I want to do something a little bigger and start from scratch is because we're having slowdown. The problem is, so we could have things come from this base and supplement what we're making, but we're going to be needing to do some more because the recipes from here on out are going to take more and more resources. So I'm going to be taking a look at like areas that we could go for a new base while we're waiting for things to feed into the machines as well as the delivery pods. We will not finish with this area fully until we get all that stuff into the pods and get it all going. But we will need to take a look at areas where we could set up a new factory and see if we can get a big enough area to do it. So yeah, that will probably be what we do tomorrow. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate you. I hope you have a good week this week. It's finally getting hot, so it's gonna be a little crazy. So, one way or another, I hope I will see you guys in a future stream. Until then, take care.